Hey, nerds.
What's going
Hello,
on, folks?
everybody. Welcome to For the Homies podcast, episode 5. It is Thursday night. I am Phantom X along with my brilliant co-host, Big Dog Jake. How you doing, brother?
Well, I will tell you how I've been doing. I have been very tired. It has been very hot, and my camera doesn't want to work. But we right here. As DMX says, we right here. I'm also here with my brilliant co-host, Crease. Crease, how are you, good sir?
What's going on, folks? How y'all doing tonight? You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us. And you know what? I'm about to go ahead and get it all started, baby. It's Thursday night. And Phantom, our first subject, we're going to talk about the Olympics coverage. How you feel about that, brother? Let's get this thing started, baby.
Well, it started off as
boy.
it started as a shit show with that whole beginning where they literally made fun of the Last Supper.
Yes.
And there was this they, them, it, whatever you want to call it, had their berries hanging out on live television behind a
Oh, damn.
kid.
Ew.
And then when they start getting the controversy towards it, what did they do? They took it down off the official YouTube Olympics channel.
Yes, they did. And they also reached out to a number of mainstream media, excuse me, a number of mainstream media sites and had them remove their videos of coverage of that specific part. You can still look up videos of like when they did Marie Antoinette and Gojira, the metal band, was playing.
Mhm.
You can still look at parts like that, but you cannot find like an official stream of
Yeah.
their little, death riding it on a pair of horse or whatever the fuck they were trying to do. And
Yeah.
this weird mocking of life. They're like, oh no, it's actually a feast of Dionysus. You know, it happens all the time. It's like, no, it doesn't.
No. We saw a table. Literally at the like Christ. So, yeah, it's crazy. Go ahead.
They lost like several sponsors. They're like, fuck
Oh,
this shit, I'm out. They're gone. They left. They like we're not
Yeah.
gonna be part of this.
And
And
it's so weird to have France, which is one of the dirtiest Muslim countries in Europe. That's a joke, by the way. And to be so offensive to people that live there, I'm just quite surprised. Anyways, that's just me digging at Paris, fuck the French, etc. and so forth, yada yada yada.
I think
I was gonna say,
the only thing
was
the
gonna
French ever did right was the guillotine.
Ooh,
so I find this a little hilarious, whatever, because I noticed like the next day after that debacle or whatever, like France lost power or whatever, and like the only thing that had power was the cathedral. I say like, hey, God can take care of himself. He knows what he sees it. He sees it or whatever. Like, just letting them know, like, yeah, just to let you know, I'm still here. But like, I saw what you did, and still here, baby. Like,
There were riots. There were like fires. I mean, the French was like, don't they realize that pretty much there's like over 100 billion fucking Christians on the planet? Maybe it's more than that. I'm just off the top of my head.
it's like one
And it's-
in 6 people are Christians, something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's give a quick shout out to the people in the chat. We got ABF roasting Crease like he should be. We got Sophie. We got Sophie. We got Human Conquest. We got Wayfair. We got
It's
Corn
mid.
Boy.
Oh, it's don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say
I just
that.
did. Yeah. I don't take it back. Yeah.
Oh,
Blame ABF. Yeah.
I
It's
will.
his fault.
Yeah, he'll put you in the trash can again.
Fine. He can do it.
Oh gosh.
He can do it. Like,
That's my name.
nah, but like, yeah, the Olympics has been a little crazy too. Like, I mean, I know they've been doing the Last Supper, but I also heard that there's a woman that's beat a man-ish woman beating up hey, it's not my fault. Like you overhyped it, buddy. So like
Okay,
that was your fault.
Real quick, I do have to interrupt this. ABF, Kreese explained to me what happened. You know, he looks at Discord on his phone, and at 10 p.m. his time, you decided to show him a 4-hour movie. I don't think you gave him a fair shake of it. You got to let him watch it on his own. I'm calling this a wash. I give him a pass. Sorry, ABF.
Thank you. I
just got to stand up for my boy. I got to stand up for my homie.
Thank you. Any other person would say the same thing. Who puts a 4-hour movie at 10 o'clock at nighttime, huh?
ABF did.
All right, then.
ABF.
Only ABF. You're still cool, though. Like, you know, you're painting my ass every once in a while.
Fucking ABF.
It's never a bad time.
It's never a bad time.
Oh, boy. You're one of those. Like, defending no matter what. But yeah, I know there was a man-woman thing fighting in the women's boxing, and like she's beating up, like murking all the girls, like Ivan Drago, like knocking people out. Like, if he dies, he dies.
Algeria, in case you guys don't know, a little bit of a tiny amount of a history lesson. Algeria used to be a French colony. Post World War II, when the French Empire fell apart, Algeria, there's massive civil conflict, and Algeria got its independence in the early 70s. Algeria is a Muslim country, and Algeria has very similar laws to another Muslim country called Iran, where it is illegal to be gay. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happened. Algeria, it is illegal to be gay. What is it legal to be? A woman. So, if you're a criminal who does some type of sexual crime, and they're like, you have a choice. Either we murk you and bury you, or you transition into a woman. That's what he chose. Lucky for him, he's a 150-pound boxer, maybe? And they're like, okay, a woman.
That's still big for a woman, though.
Allow boxing. Okay. And so he has... And I'm just going to say I don't care what you're going to do, come to my house. Was Algeria going to put up a fucking Predator drone and drop a Hellfire missile on me? That's not going to happen. I'm not worried about that. So he's murked like 2 chicks already in the women's division, in the women's flyweight division. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's going to, like, the odds for him are like 105. So, like, every dollar you put down, you'd win 105 cents if you won.
Clarissa Shields, like she's like she basically has all the belts in women's boxing right now.
Yeah,
she even said like, what's wrong with the boxing commission over there? How can you let another man fight in a woman's division? Like you will never catch. Like I'll forfeit my spot if I had to face that person. Like that. Quick, like if she's saying something.
This is not a WBA belt. It would have been an IBA belt. But the IBA is no longer considered part of the International Olympic Committee. So these are sanctioned by the Olympic Committee themselves, not the IBA, which is bigger in Russia, not the WBA, or which is the biggest in the West, biggest in the US. So it might be where after the Olympics, if this person wins gold or whatever, the WBA or the IBA might not consider these professional fights.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. Shouldn't.
No, they don't count. They don't count the Olympic records. Like they keep that separate or whatever. But like, if this person, if this person was to go to women's boxing, like they're not going to get a lot of competition because no trainer. Yeah, no trainer will like do that to their girls and everything. Like if they love them enough or whatever, they're not gonna let them do that. Whatever.
No,
that'll be crazy.
There's an inherent problem in combat sports there should be, but there's an inherent problem in combat sports when it comes to men fighting women. If you're the man and you win, okay, you beat up a girl. If you lost, you lost to a girl. If a woman if a woman loses, it's like, well, you lost to a man, so we don't care. And if you beat the man, it's like, oh shit, you beat a man, holy fuck. So I mean, But again, like Chris
Yeah.
says, no coach out there is going to allow their girl to fight a guy. Period. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
The WBA
Yeah.
isn't going to make them. The IBA isn't going to make them. No way.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
even Dana White even said this. He said like there will be no like transgenders in the UFC ever. It's not ever gonna happen. Not when I'm around. Like it's not happening. We're gonna keep it. Men are facing men. Women are facing women. Point blank. Period. Like I don't care if I get canceled for that. You could go cry to your mama and everything. Like it ain't happening.
Well, it's happening in Bellator and stuff below the UFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching. There's a YouTube channel that shows like knockouts and
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Those are like foreign fights or whatever. That's not in Bellator. That's in those are like in Europe, like European and Russian areas. Like those are like circuit shows and everything. No one if it's in the USA, like it's not gonna happen or whatever. Like they can't. Like it's up to the promoters and stuff like that. And like people like Dana White and who else? Scott Coker and them. They're not gonna. They care about their females way too much to let that happen and everything. Now, if it's like a smaller show and like they do circus shows and stuff, they're gonna. It can happen like that. Like there's nothing anybody can do. But like Bellator, UFC, PFL, and everything, those are like the three main top MMA things in the world or whatever. Ain't happening. Not on their watch and everything. Like because it's too dangerous or whatever. Way too dangerous.
Absolutely. We know what happened, was it 3 years ago now, when that one automatic transmission person came in to fight a woman.
Yeah.
And besides breaking her nose,
Nearly killed her.
stopped breaking her organs.
Yeah, almost.
Almost fractured her cranium.
Yeah.
Fractured her cranium. She had an internal bleed in her brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Do we know if that transmission swimmer is that person participating in the Olympics?
Leah Clark. She's not. She's not. Yeah, she's not. Or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
an it.
Well,
Yeah.
it is not good enough. It did not make the Olympic team.
But also they didn't want her to be part of the Olympic team because they even said it's not fair and everything. Like this is what happens when you protest, actual protest. All the female swimmers protested against it. Like we ain't showing up if that person is gonna be on the squad. Like it's not happening. Like and shout out to the ladies for doing that because like who's gonna protect women's sports if like women don't want to protect them themselves or whatever? It's up to y'all. Like
You know
the
what
United
they should
States-
do?
Go ahead.
You know what they should do? They should just have a competition where you had just transgender males and females compete against transgender males or females. Let them be their own fucking sport.
They want to do that, but like the transmission people don't want to do that because they call that discrimination. And I'm like, no, like that you are cheating. You're cheating. You're beating up on women. You are a cheater and everything. You are lower than dirt when you do that and everything. Like it's like
my opinion is the reason why they do this. They like beating up women. That's why they do this whole transmission shit because they want to beat women. They're sickos. That's what they want to do because they know they can't go into an octagon against a man because that man's gonna whoop their fucking ass. Go against a woman, easy win. 2 hits, it's done, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even like seeing those like circus matches where I see like women fighting dudes. I don't like seeing that. That's not that's not what MMA is about or whatever. It's about it being on an even playing field or whatever. And sometimes I hate to say it, but I have to blame a little bit on Ronda Rousey too because like they try to hype her up so badly and everything to say like, oh, she could take on some of the men. No, she can't. Stop. And everything, like, because, like, even it was starting to get ridiculous to even when they were asking, like, when Cain Velasquez was the champion and, like, Conor McGregor, they were, like, put in the situations of, So if you fought Ronda Rousey, how would that fight go? And like, Kane just gave him oh yeah, she's a really tough person. Like, Kane is like is a nice guy. Conor just blatantly say it. I'll kind of how can I say this?
I would whoop her ass.
I'll batter her. But like she's pretty good for a woman and everything. Like I love Ronda and everything.
and you also gotta think that she's the most hated fucking MMA fighter of all time. She's hated.
Is she?
And
Yeah.
she used to be the darling. I mean, when she went to WWE, even the fans are like, when she left, they were happy because she's hated everywhere because she's too cocky. She's so fucking arrogant for her own fucking shoes.
Like when your ego blows out Floyd Mayweather, that's pretty bad, man.
That's pretty bad. But see, Money Mayweather backed it up. Everybody was mad.
Yeah,
Mayweather didn't win by a ton of knockouts, but like he's a technical fighter who played defense. That's why he's like, all right, I'm retired.
Yeah. And then with Ronda, she like literally like kept on saying like I could beat up I could go to any sport, I can go into boxing and I could beat up women in boxing. I'm like, okay, stop it. First of all, you don't have no good like hands first of all to even claim that and everything. Your head movement is like you're just standing in a straight line. Like, and we saw what happened when she fought Holly Holm and she fought Amanda Nunes. It was bad. So like and the worst part was she didn't even take her loss. She didn't even want to do interviews after that. I was like, that's why people hate her and everything because she talked all that noise, but she never like was humble enough to say like, okay, they got me. I could come back to the drawing board and everything. You're just a sore loser.
So I got a pretty good segue into our next subject. So I think there's only one female MMA fighter that probably could whip a man's ass, and that's the one, the only, Gina fucking Carano. What's the big news that just came out about Gina, guys? What's the big news?
Gina Carano, my goodness. Last week.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, last week, a judge granted her motion. So Disney was denied the motion to dismiss, and Gina Carano's discrimination lawsuit will go forward into discovery. News this week is Gina Carano wants, among other people, some of her co-stars on The Mandalorian to take the stand. And that includes someone like Pedro Pascal, which that would be interesting.
And KK herself, she's demanding Kathleen Kennedy to be in that courtroom right now. And Filoni.
Don't we have an article?
Corn Boy, a year for discovery is a long time, but you can discover a lot of stuff inside of a year. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Disney's a massive company. And you need that.
And just think, when that shit comes out, because it will come out, and I hope Elon does like the Twitter files and just puts that shit every fucking where.
Hope he reaches out to Matt Taibbi. He's like, all right, Twitter files number 27 or whatever the fuck we're on.
Yeah. See, it's like I said, like and I agree with like Malty and them last night. Like, at first, if she didn't have like Elon on her side, like then it would be like, man, she should just take the settlement or whatever. But hey, she got Elon, so like she technically got basically unlimited money and everything. And this is just Elon only stepped in because one, he despises Bob Iger. That's what it's all about. Like, he despises that fool and everything, and he wants to be Bob Iger. That's all this is about. Like,
what's the famous line? Go fuck yourself, Bob. I need to get somebody. Can somebody find that clip and send it to me? I want to use that on the show. I want that for the show.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, there's evidence of Pedro Pascal calling people deplorable. You got Kathleen Kennedy like basically ruining Star Wars or whatever, but like you can actually bring that like you could actually finally have the evidence that she never cared and anything. She didn't show the same treatment to Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano. It's blatant discrimination, whatever. And then there's going to be some people say, well, it was she like it can't be discrimination because her boss is a woman. Yes, you can still discriminate against everybody. Yes,
It's against a woman. It's against
another
a woman. They actually literally Hollywood had California to write these discrimination laws for women, and what did Gina do? She turned the fucking tables and used it against them. That's what you guys wanted. You're the fucking morons to say, okay, we want these laws. Gina's like, checkmate, bitch. Check.
Remember, believe all women. It doesn't say believe all women because I disagree with them. Disagree with them politically or on all things or on these particular subjects. Because what's it called? Yes, Mark Hamill, like another person, like which I've been making fun of for the last 3 days. Love you, Mark. But like Disney and like Star Wars, it's a dead brand. It's done. It's like until the liver spotted demon leaves, aka Kathleen Kennedy, or like. Well, even if the liver spotted demon leaves, like she still has her minions to like protect her legacy or whatever. She like Disney Star Wars is not gonna go anywhere until somebody buys it. As long as like it's still at Walt Disney World with the mouse, it's always gonna be lame and gay. That's what it's gonna be like. Yeah.
What's up, Isaac?
Hail Isaac.
So, going on, Isaac, man?
What are your thoughts, Phantom?
I have to say, I'm with ABF. I want to read this shit. Because if Leslie Headland had anything to do with this, that would be big. That would be huge. It would be big. It would be bigly. I want this because I guarantee you there was transcripts of that call that Gina was supposed to get on with all those they them transmission fucking weirdos by pronouns in the bio. I guarantee you there was a transcript of that. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that shit. I want to see all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, if she was smart, she probably kept all of it, like all the stuff that she was supposed to send or whatever, screenshot it, like have evidence or whatever, because she probably already knew that she was going to go to court anyway. And shout out to Gina Carano for just being like strong during this. When your name is getting destroyed, your dignity is getting taken away from you. Like your friends that actually want to help you can't help you out because they don't want to lose their job and everything. But she understand it and everything. Even when the Mandalorian was doing bad or whatever, you didn't see Gina say anything. Like she just kept on clapping and just say hey, I still want my friends to make money or whatever. I don't want to be selfish and stuff like that. Like she was talking about that about a couple of months ago. So shout out to her, man. And I think they will come to a settlement or whatever. I think even if it does come to a settlement, I think all Gina will probably want is, of course, it's past the money phase. She doesn't care about the money. I think she just wants Kathleen Kennedy just to apologize to the fans. I think that would be the ultimate victory that you can do.
Right.
And we know that's never going to happen.
It might. I mean, it might come to the point where, again, like Priest says, Gina Carano doesn't really. It's past the point of money, like worrying about money. Obviously, I'm sure her lawyers are going to argue for lost wages. Fine. I doubt they're going to ask for another $15 million or something like that. Whatever. But definitely as part of a settlement, because I as well think this will reach a settlement phase. I don't think this will actually go to trial.
Yeah.
But I would like to think that as part of the settlement, Gina Carano is going to ask for an open statement from Kathleen Kennedy, potentially even from Pedro Pascal, an apology, a legitimate,
Because
for real, written
yeah,
apology.
because
Whether they mean it or
think
not,
about
get that shit in writing, put it online, make it happen.
yeah, think about it. Think about it. Like if I can just save like another like 200 million or like I know they're marketed by BlackRock and everything. Like if you just like it's one of those things of I'd rather just go ahead and apologize and not mean it, and then we can just move on and everything. You know, that's how Kathleen Kennedy will probably have to do it, and Pedro
Sure.
Pascal. Like it's better to just go ahead and apologize, even if you don't really mean it or whatever, and then just move on. Because that's all the fans are looking for anyway. We just want an apology. Just admit that you made a mistake. Tap out. You made a mistake. You suck at your job and everything. Because if it was any other person, they would have been fired.
I agree with ABF what you just said. Her reputation was completely destroyed by them.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm just saying that I think monetarily, for the rest of her life, she is going to be fine. I'm not saying that she's earned enough money to be monetarily fine for the rest of her life. I'm just saying I think she will be. Obviously, her career as an actor is basically done. It's
done.
It's done, though.
Yeah. I mean,
the
thing is, go ahead, bro.
Well, the thing is we all know that like here lately, Drunk 3PL has been going to these conventions with Gina, and her lines are massive.
Oh yeah,
be bigger than most of the A-list celebrities or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I have my copy of fucking Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 down here that I'd love her to sign. Like, I want that.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like she like you got to remember, Gina is not just like an actor or whatever. Like Gina is a pioneer in women's MMA or whatever. So like she has the MMA community on her side and everything. And then now she just like got the nerd community on her side with the Star Wars because she protected like the Star Wars fans and everything. Because like Cara Dune is a badass and everything, and and she never and once again she didn't make this whole entire trial about herself, because like she could have like straight up been like all of us just like roasting the Star Wars content, but she she thought of the long term of, I'm going to court. I'm a wait. I'm gonna hold my peace, and then I gotta say what I gotta say. And shout out her for her to be woman enough to do that and everything. Because some people can hold grudges and just mess up their bag and everything. But she stayed patient. And of course, Elon. She said as soon as Elon got on her side, that's when Disney panicked. They hit the panic button. Like, oh damn, this is not good at all. So
it's a lot, guys. It's so much.
Yeah,
it's so much, guys. It's a lot.
I guess it's
gonna be interesting to see how this turns out, because I think it's past that point. Gina wants Discovery, and she's got it.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how it's like, it's Disney's worst nightmare that Gina is going to get all. They can't redact it. They can't redact nothing. No. It has to be where she can see every fucking thing.
And again, there's a year of Discovery before trial date will be set. Disney is going to attempt to put injunctions everywhere they can. They're going to claim trade secrets. They're going to claim this. They're going to claim that.
Yeah.
She doesn't need that much, honestly. She only needs a little bit.
Yeah. Because the fact that they forced her to unfriend certain YouTubers,
Oh, dude, unfollow these people on Twitter, unsubscribe from people on YouTube, etc. So,
but that's what I keep on trying to tell everybody. Listen, they can say all they can say that Gary, Critical, Ripa, Jeremy, Ryan, they're not popular. They don't have no pull. Obviously they do, because Like, obviously they do, because like they like right now, they like, I guarantee you there's somebody from Disney that's probably watching this stream right now, like hating us right now. They like, when I was on Kings of Pop Culture, like same thing. Like they don't they there are people in these communities that are agents, man. They secret agents, bro, and they're looking at these streams, like they're documenting, saying like, okay, we gotta watch out for these guys if they go viral. We gotta watch out for these guys for going viral. We gotta watch out for these guys to viral. We gotta make sure that this person doesn't come to the conventions. We gotta make sure these people don't come. Yeah, they all know what's going on. So that's why I just say we gotta keep on doing our thing, baby. We gotta keep on spreading the message of like, dude, it's okay to have your opinion, but if your product is crap, it's crap. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's right. Like, but I guess we can move on to the next thing. Phantom, you wanted to talk about the Mr. Beast.
Disney. Okay, so everybody knows what's been going on with this whole situation with Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson. So there's new information that's come out that Mr. Beast is literally going after the people that's been exposing him for stuff behind the scenes with his videos and a lot of this, a lot of these, like, was it the scams with the towards kids?
Like the giveaways.
The giveaways.
Quote, sweepstakes, end quote, and giveaways.
It's basically gambling. He's gambling towards. He's literally kids to gamble. Yeah. And so there's I don't remember the guy's name. I have to look into it more. But so the guy that brought out the chat logs for the Discord.
Yeah,
Mr. Beast and them, they're not going after what the kids had posted in the Discord. They're going after what Tyson said. His shit. They're trying to erase that from history, because guess what, people? It makes Mr. Beast look bad because he knew what was going on in the Discord. He was there. Yep. He saw everything that fucking happened, so he knows what Chris Tyson did in that Discord. Yes. He knew it. He knew about the pictures. He knew about the chats. He knew about all these secret areas where only certain people could be in, and the majority was kids. And I had this weirdo on my video said, why should we even care what's going on? This dude was a predator on kids, you fucking fucktard.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason why this matters, is because
children are involved.
Dude, yes, because children are involved. I don't care who you are or where you are. Why should we even care about this? It's because the sanctity of children should remain intact forever.
Yeah.
It should be adults' jobs, no matter where you are or who you are or what you do, to keep the innocence of children intact. And if you are for some reason against that or ambivalent towards that, I don't want to fucking
You're evil.
Quite frankly.
You're evil. You're an evil person.
Genuinely. I genuinely believe that you are an evil person if you do not believe in the sanctity and innocence of children. If you do not, I think you are evil. Point blank, period.
Because the thing is on that, Jake, like, because I'm sure that we all have family members or like friends that probably were like were that went through that type of crap, and like they haven't been the same. Like, they have trust issues. Like they got like suicide issues and stuff like that, like because an adult messed them up, like, so yes, we got to take this seriously. Like, listen,
it's important. Like ABS says, kids can't protect themselves by their very nature. Children cannot protect themselves. They can't. I don't care what anybody says, they can't.
And that's why you have to like if a kid says something went down fishy, like, it don't matter who it is, I always ask them again, like make them re-say the story again, and then like I give it up to the laws and everything. But like, because this is something that you don't play with and everything. Like once again, like I know people and I know family members that went through this type of crap and everything. Because you know, you have everybody knows you got that one nasty uncle or that one nasty auntie or whatever that like mess with we're diddling kids and stuff like that, and it's evil. It's straight up evil. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I want to say to those YouTubers, you know, Jeremy said this in a video, I think was either today or last night, where there's YouTubers that jumped all over that shit with Dr. Disrespect,
Yes.
which is it's a totally different situation than the Chris Tyson shit. Totally different. Now, you guys got to remember that it's totally fucking different. Dr. Disrespect did not send pictures. He did not request fucking pictures. He didn't do any of this shit like Chris Tyson did, showing off his junk to minors in this fucking Discord and soliciting photos from set minors in this fucking Discord. It's a totally different beast.
Yes.
And like Pokimane and Moist Critical and other fucking people, like, you can't talk about it, but yet jumped all over the shit with Dr. Disrespect. Fucking hypocrites. I gotta love the fucking double standards here.
I agree.
Oh.
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, you know that Moist Critical like quit the internet because like
he uploaded
because
one video last night, I think.
Yeah,
He's like, Moist Critical situation is crazy. It was like 25 minutes, and he's like, I'm done. He's taking a sabbatical for an unknown amount of time.
Yeah. See, like, you don't have to agree with Sneeko. I think Sneeko is a weirdo and everything. I know they're like Sneeko is a weirdo and everything, but you know, and not that bright or whatever. But like, when I saw a little bit of their debate. Shout out to my boy Dermy Wormy. I watched his video today and everything, like on that Moist Critical thing or whatever. And like, you know, hey, say what you want to say about Sneeko. Sneeko got Moist Critical and everything because he said, like, so you're saying that it's okay for a kid to, with the parents' consent, to cut off his junk, and like, you know, there's something that's not child endangerment. No, I don't think so and everything. Like, what? Like,
so I do for the sake of clarity. He did come out with a video the very next day. Charlie did. Penguin Zero, Moist Critical.
Yeah.
Came out the next day specifying that apparently Sneeko was asking Charlie directly for his opinion. Charlie, apparently, this is what he said, was not speaking about himself directly. He was speaking about somebody on his team who said that. He was not speaking about himself directly. Still, however, it's very easy to say, yes, this person on my team said it. They're allowed to have their opinion. I don't have this opinion, but whatever, and then move on. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't respect Sneeko. A lot of people don't respect Sneeko because he's a fucking idiot. But he doesn't diddle kids, okay? So he's got to love one person, at least.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about this subject this much too long because, you know, like, we don't want to bring the energy down, but like, I can say this, and I talked with Phantom and I talked with Big Dog about this. Like, listen, guys, like, this is the tough part about being a critic and like just doing YouTube news or whatever. This is not easy for any of us to talk about.
Yes.
For all the people that say, well, how come you guys got to talk about it? Or you got to negative, dude. It's just part of the job, man. Like, if we can like talk about like, if we like, trust me, no one wants to talk about negative stuff all the time. I don't want to talk about negative stuff all the time, but you know, it's just something that we got to do because you know what? If we keep on like, if we don't talk about the stuff that's the hardest subjects, how we grow as people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you guys will feel about that, but that's how I feel. Yeah.
We're in the commentary community. That's what we fucking do. We comment on shit. That's our job as YouTubers. We talk what's going on in the news, and the biggest thing that's going on right now is the Mr. Beast stuff.
Right. If
this was
2012, we'd be talking about Bungie making their last Halo game. If it was 2014, we'd be talking about Gamergate. And it's now. And when you go to YouTube or you go to Twitter and you look up gaming or pop culture, this is the shit that's at the very front. And you have to dig long and hard to attempt to find anything else. And we have dug to find other things to talk about. But this is so in the forefront of so many people's minds that this is what people... I know there's people out there that don't want to talk about this stuff, that don't want to hear about this stuff. Believe me, I understand. I hate the fact that this is a thing that has to be done, but it has to be done. We cannot just ignore this terrible shit that's happening inside of our communities and our fellowships. We have to talk about it.
Yeah. Because, like, the thing is, it's like Gary said, like, no one doesn't want to do a culture war, but you better get ready because it's happening. You're part of it if you like it. It's like you're part of it if you like it or not, and everything. Because like, oh, like I don't see what's the big deal. It's like it's just a dumb movie or it's just a dumb situation. Yeah, see, you're the problem because you just don't care and everything. Because like you like sooner or later you have to pick a side. I hate to be that guy, but you got to pick a side. Like if you don't choose anything, you already chose. Sorry.
Yep. And I just like that as well, Chris, having to pick a side. It sucks because I hate picking sides, but look, eventually, if you've chosen to not choose, you have still made a choice. You have chosen to remain ambivalent, and now you might not consider this so, but the sides, if you will, consider you an enemy, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to either have to stand up for yourself, or you get trampled. That's it. Then the decision is made for you.
Well, also, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the fucking problem if you want to sweep it under the fucking rug. And, there's a lot of YouTubers that are out there who don't want to talk about it. You know why? Because Mr. Beast has got this big fucking deal with Amazon. And what does Amazon own? Twitch. Money. And a lot of these people are on Twitch. They're not going to fucking say nothing because they don't want to lose their big fucking deals on Twitch. Fuck you and fuck you and fuck Twitch too. Have the fucking ball. Wait a minute, I gotta do something. Hold on a second.
All right.
Fuck Twitch. Fuck you damn people that are on there who won't say a goddamn thing. You're part of the fucking problem. You, like Pokimane, and other people that will not fucking talk about this because it's taboo. But yeah, you go on fucking Dr. Disrespect, and you got a man, Mr. Beast, that had Chris Tyson was his best fucking friend. He's still his best fucking friend. That is a match.
You never denounced him.
Went after fucking children. But yet you morons don't have the fucking balls to call this shit out. Fuck you and fuck everybody around you.
Good.
Okay.
Moving on. Hard reset.
Moving on. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go into like the fun part because like me and Jake were talking about this like last Friday and like I kind of went on a little of a mini rant or whatever, and this is something that's been bugging me for years or whatever, and I don't know anybody in the chat will agree with me. Do you guys are starting to get annoyed with comic conventions because they're not even comic book conventions anymore? It's just like a spectator sport, and you're just paying for celebrities to come there. Yes. I think the corporatism has taken over nerd culture, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Basically, talking about like San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to have fun with this a little bit. So I want to hear your thoughts first, Jake, and then Phantom, you could go after Jake.
So I can be quite succinct about this because I have been a big gamer all my life. Not so much like lately because I've been busy with real life stuff, but I've always been a big gamer. And when I have the free time and the will to do so, I enjoy it. I remember in 2014 2014, I think, when E3, Electronic Entertainment Expo, E3, for you guys that don't know, started in 1998 or 1997, I believe, and it was an industry-only event. And it remained industry-only till about 2013 or 2014. And then the suits at the top realized, finally, for good or for bad, that nerd culture is filled with a bunch of people in their 30s and 40s who have, basically jobs in tech, making good amounts of money, and they spend their money on nerd stuff, video games, action figures, comics, what have you. And the best example I saw of this was from 2013 to 2014, when E3 was, again, a professional-only event. You had to have journalism credentials if you wanted to go in. They made it a little bit easier to get them, but the point remains. And then the next year, when they opened it up to the public, that place was insane. There were so many people there. And you could tell, whether you were on YouTube or what have you, that the people that you watch that would go to these events and cover them for their jobs, the content and the quality of the content dropped off precipitously because there were so many people there that the lines for stuff were insane. And because E3 opened up to the public, that meant the public gets to come in and spend their money, which means the people that are setting up booths at E3 are going to pivot to, instead of focusing on journalists, for lack of a better term, giving interviews and things of that nature, they're pivoting to selling products. And conventions, specifically E3, which doesn't exist anymore, and it has for the past couple of years, sucked after that. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to go. It's happened to GamesCon. It happened to PAX East and PAX West. They suck. I have had for a decade, I've had no desire to go to E3, to go to GamesCon, to go to PAX, especially not PAX. Not really a fan of Penny Arcade anyway. But never been to a Comic-Con. But I do know that roughly around the same time, kind of at the beginning murmurs of the culture war, if you will, with Gamergate and whatnot, that when these places really got opened up to a public, they changed dramatically. Thank you for coming by TED Talk.
So what do you think about this, Phantom? Yeah.
Well, for me, I remember E3 was an event. When they announced Halo 3, that was the biggest thing. When Gears of War 1, I remember E3, the trailers, the cinematic trailers, and the highs and the lows. I used to watch that shit religiously every year. And on G4. Shout out G4.
Yep.
Chris Gore. Shout out G4. Yeah.
Shout out Chris Gore, G4. Hell yeah.
And
shout out Morgan Webb.
Like with Comic-Con, I remember Gary was talking about this. Comic-Con used to be just comic books until they started bringing the celebrity movie stars in. That happened probably right around when the MCU launched with Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
And it went to shit. And then we had the C-14, the C-19 happen, and everything closed down for a few years. And it was like, the last year before when Gary went, they actually had comics. No celebrities, no nothing. And it was back to what it was. Then recently they like this year was like the second year they had celebrities come back, and it's with the shit again.
Yeah.
And it's, like, to me, I've never been to a con. I mean, I went to Dragon Con, but I watched the parade. I really just didn't go in. Just not my thing. I like the people. I like the costumes. I like seeing people dressed up as their favorite. Whatever. I mean, myself, I dressed up as the freaking Crow one year. It's gone to shit, and you have people that they go there. They don't go there to watch or have fun anymore. They're just there to just be
For clout.
awestruck at the celebrities and stuff.
Yeah. They're definitely not going to leaf through comics. That's for sure.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
don't take me wrong. I mean, with celebrities going there, if it's like if you have like celebrities like maybe like not A-listers, like lower celebrities, that's fine.
B-list. Yeah.
I mean, you get people that are like up here, and they charge bukus of money to see them, and they're assholes towards the fans. Fuck them.
I got a problem with
look at
that.
yeah, look at Gina. Look at Gina Carano. Look at the dude that played Anakin Skywalker.
And
Christopher
Yeah.
Lloyd, and you look at Michael J. Fox, and people like that who actually fucking cared about the fucking fans, right? But then you have people that are up here that are like, I'm a big celebrity. Fuck all you. Pay me money to get my signature. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit about the fans. You ridicule the fans when your fucking show tanks because it's dog shit awful.
So I like all those points I do agree with. Like I can speak personally on this experience because I do go to a lot of conventions or whatever. And I actually started recently going to conventions like about 2 years ago because before the world shut down, like when I was in college, I used to go all the time, but then I took a hiatus or whatever. But I'm just coming back around, and I noticed like back in the day where like when the conventions were like small and like it was run by the fans and everything. You might get like maybe like a good amount of voice actors out there. It was all fun and all fine and dandy, but as soon as like a certain convention in Houston, shout out Comicpalooza and everything, as soon as they gave it to the city. Oh my goodness, dude! It's just not been that good, man. Like the quality of guests that they bring, it's not good or whatever. Like they overcharge for the prices for like a 1 day pass or whatever. Back in the day, where you can like do a 1 day pass for like maybe like 40, 50, $60 for a normal pass, which that's pretty cheap or whatever, and that's pretty fair and balanced. No, they're almost wanting like $75, $80, $90 for like a Sunday pass. A Sunday pass? Really? Are you kidding me? Like that's a ripoff or whatever. Yeah, well, everybody's going home. I'm like, dude, just because you bought these big name celebrities, don't overcharge me and make them fit the bill and everything. Yeah, that's what they're overcharging for is like the celebrities. Like, of course, you got to pay for security. I'm all down for security and stuff like that. I want everybody to be protected or whatever. I'm not against that. But like, as far as the celebrities, man, like most of these celebrities are jerks, bro. And like some of them will literally ridicule and make fun of fans for even liking the stuff that they're getting paid for. Right. You've seen it before or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, and look how when a celebrity doesn't fit the narrative that they disagree with the majority of the idiots out there, they're canceled. Look at Gina, and you look at other celebrities, and they get pushed out. But then you have like down there at MegaCon. And you have up where Gina went to, where that big protest was supposed to be, and it was only 4 weirdos.
Thank God.
And it's like certain comic conventions actually give a shit about the fans. They actually give a shit about people like us that spend our hard-earned money going to these things.
Right.
But it's like Comic-Con, all they want is the celebrities, and I can't remember what Gary said the prices were on the tickets, but they went from like enough where you can afford it to where it's through the fucking roof, and
it's like it's like $90 to $100 for for a day pass or whatever.
When they used to be like 40 to 60.
And like then Gary said the VIP. I might be wrong, but didn't Gary say the VIP was like nearly $200?
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Well, you wanna know what's the crazy
Okay.
part? It's like MegaCon and them, like they overcharge on their prices, like Comapalooza and MegaCon and like Dallas Dallas Con and stuff like that. Their VIPs are like almost like almost $500 or
Jeez.
whatever.
Oh my god.
And you're not. Oh, go ahead.
Boy just said a 3-day pass for Space Con is
$350.
nearly $400.
And if
Nearly
if,
$400.
if $350 for a 3-day pass, if that's the base level pass, $350 for 3 days, that is
See
ridiculous.
for SpaceCon, it's like for the VIP, it's like $349 for like the VIP pass or whatever. And like for those type of guests, like 300 and something, I don't mind. Like that's like honestly, like that's kind of cheap to me or whatever.
If it's for the VIP and for 3 days, that's fine.
Yeah.
We,
Like roughly a little over 100 a day for a VIP pass, and you get all 3
Yeah.
days at once.
Plus the
That's
fees and
fine.
taxes. Like I did the math, it's like $399 or whatever. That's still pretty cheap for like a 3-day pass. You know what I'm saying? MegaCon and them, they charge like $549 for the VIP pass.
I gotta ask. So we know some people that are in here that went to MegaCon this past year. Nagranal, ABF, if one of you guys are in here, how much did the passes cost for you guys to go to MegaCon this past year? Because I know Nagranal went. I know a lot of the members of the GCA went because they went to see Jeremy and them at their panel. That'd be the only reason I would want to go to MegaCon is go see Jeremy and them at their panel.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there next year,
and then go to the after party. That's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, but yeah, this is because the thing is, these same suits were the same people that used to make fun of the nerds and everything. They used to like ridicule them, like make fun of them and everything, like degrade them more less than dirt or whatever. Oh, how can you like that? Oh, you're a weirdo. Why are you reading comic books? Why are you watching anime? That's weird. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't talk to women and stuff like that. It's like, bro, and it's crazy, man.
So Nagranal said he thinks he paid $400. He paid $100 for a 4-day pass. So
that's
basically,
cheap.
He paid what, $25 a day.
That's cheap. That's for a normal pass.
Yeah,
that's a good pass. That's a fair pass. Honestly, that's really cheap. But yeah, the VIP pass and everything, I get it. You get to skip lines and stuff like that. You get on the floor with some of the celebrities. Other than that, like the only way, you get behind the scenes. I mean, the only way I would justify that with the VIP is I will love for every any autograph you get like a 10% off on your autograph or whatever, something like that. See, I will pay that. Like if you included that or whatever, then it would be justifiable. But me just skipping the line, that's fine, I guess. And you get to go on the floor early and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fast. It's fast and everything.
Way to spend your money quicker. But look, if you're someone like Reese who does his fucking research and is like, okay, this person's going to be there, this person's going to be there, this person's going to be there. I want this signature, that signature, and the other signature.
Yeah.
If it ends up to be mathematically cheaper to get in with a VIP pass, get in the front of the line, get the signature, and get like 10% off or whatever, and get out, then homie can go back after 2 days instead of 3 days and work for a day and make more money. Just something like that.
Pretty much, yeah, just like that. It by all means, we're not telling you how to spend your money. By the way, do whatever you want to do and everything. But we're just saying, because the suits took over something that was just fans just united and just say everybody's welcome. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you worship. We all have something in common and everything. We don't care who you sleep with or whatever. Like, this was back in the day where nerds actually had, like, you know, cooler talk, like
Power. Had the power. They
power.
had the power.
Yeah.
Well, they had the power because the nerds had to make it themselves. These
Mhm.
comic
Yeah.
book conventions were run by the nerds because nobody else was running them. They had to make it for
Mhm.
Yeah.
themselves. And that's why they
Yeah.
were so focused on the people that actually enjoy the stuff. Then the suits come in
And
they're
that's
like,
what,
we can make more money off of this. And
because, like, you want to know how the culture war started? It's because of the suits. It was because of the suits. Because, like anybody that's in the nerd community is always welcome. They don't care what you look like. They don't care where you come from. They don't care who you worship. They don't care who you sleep with or everything. Hey, if you're cool, I'm cool, and we have some like disagreements on who's better between Batman and Superman and everything. That's what we get. That's what we went there for and everything. That was the thing. Like not, like the fact that we have to argue on diversity and inclusion. We're arguing about like Orange Man bad. We're arguing on like should like if like or women should be getting equal pay in acting. It's all stupid and everything. Like we come here to have fun and everything, but thanks to the suits, we started a whole entire culture war for no reason, and that's why we're here today.
yep.
Congratulations,
Well,
everybody! Take a bow.
real quick, if I before you go, Phantom, I just want to tie this back in to not only what Kreese is saying, but the topic we spoke about before, and that is the culture war. And I hate talking about it, but it's a thing. That's just the way it is. Even today, if you go to a specific hall at Comic-Con and it's just a bunch of nerds talking about comic books, this has been going on for so long that even if you join a group of people to discuss comic books, the people writing the comic books and publishing the comic books are so politically vocal that it is nearly impossible to avoid talking about real life stuff. It's impossible to impossible to not talk about geopolitics. It's impossible to just talk about is Batman better or is Superman better, for instance, because there is so much shit being pumped into the writing in all sorts of media that they make it nearly impossible to avoid.
Yeah.
That's the reason you got like Rippa, the Rippaverse, right?
Yes.
He's killing it. He's killing it with his stuff. And it's like Gary has said, the comic industry's dead.
Oh, yeah.
It's dead because they put in their woke cult. The woke culture has taken over comic books. You have comic book writers. If you don't like my politics, don't read my stuff. Well, fuck you. You don't get our goddamn money. Fuck you.
Okay. And you wonder why you're struggling.
We're the ones that buy your shit and pay your salary. You don't want us to read your shit? We'll go find somebody that actually gives a damn about the fans and go read their shit like Rippa.
Right. And on that note, and before we like get into the fun stuff, because I'm gonna lead a gateway to that or whatever, I'm gonna let Phantom cook or whatever. I was gonna say this because like let's just take the writer's strike for instance. Remember, it was the actors, it was the company. Like, see, when like I know a lot of people that are personally know a lot of people that got mad at me because I said I didn't care if what happened to Hollywood at that time, because honestly they get what they get, they deserve what they deserve and everything. Well, can you stop making it about the culture war? I'm sorry, dude. It just is what it is. The industry needs to burn. It needs to be eradicated, and new people need to step up and everything. I'm gonna keep on saying this until the day that the good Lord takes me home. We need to bring back understudies and everything. We need to bring back people that actually care about this media or whatever, or else it's dead. It's gone. I will argue that we're like some of the last people to keep on fighting and everything on like what's good media, what's good cartoons, what's good anime, what's good comic books, or whatever. If anybody needs to do it, it's gonna be us. We gotta step out. We gotta step up. If you have children, if you have little cousins, tell them about like, like Teen Titans, or like, the Justice League cartoons and stuff like that, or Spider-Man the animated series. So then that way they know what good entertainment is.
Or
And
the
so by the
rings.
time they look at like Star Wars, like, like episodes 1 through 6 and everything, like, I like, it's mid, okay, mid ABS, mid again, like,
Wow, I cannot believe you just said that.
I did, and that was racist for what you did. You put me in the back just to show
I
me
didn't
up.
do
But
it.
it is what it is.
It wasn't me. But so I made a video. It's on my channel. You guys, after the stream, you go look at it. It's called Hollywood Killed Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
100%. That video is 100% what Chris was talking about. Hollywood has killed itself.
Yeah.
Hollywood should burn. The day of the movie star, it's over. You don't have movie stars like Clint Eastwood, Sylvester Stallone. Even though Schwarzenegger is a woke piece of shit now, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, throughout the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s was the best era of fucking movies ever. After 2010, movies have been trash. You might get one here and there, and I know we're about to talk about a movie that I agree with the Angry Badger. Is a 10 out of 10. Deadpool 3 is a 10 out of 10 for me. 100%.
But that's late. That's late. That's later.
Yeah.
So like, what we're gonna talk about is Phantom. I think he's the one to talk about a certain Mr. RDJ. Like, you are like really hyped up. Like, you wouldn't shut up about it since it came out last Saturday. I'm like, okay, Phantom, I get it. You don't like RDJ, I get it. And you know what's the funny part? Like, I told Phantom like before the news dropped, like 2 hours before. I said like, yo, Phantom, how do you feel if RDJ became Dr. Doom? Phantom, what did you say?
Let me play something first, because I'm about to go on a little bit of a rant.
Isaac called it. Here it comes.
Right fucking now. If they're gonna make fucking Dr. Doom a variant of fucking Tony Stark to make it, that's how fucking Dr. Doom is smart, go fuck yourself. When you think of Robert Downey Jr., you think Tony Stark fucking Iron Man. It is fucking stupid. When Chris told me that, I didn't believe it. When I saw the pictures and shit, I'm like, you got to be fucking retarded. When you see, can everybody agree with me? You see fucking Robert Downey Jr., you think Tony Stark, you think Iron Man. Not he's not Dr. fucking Doom. He's not going to be Dr. Doom. He's not Victor Von Doom. He's not. Not by a country mile. He is not Victor fucking Von Doom. I would rather have Pedro Pascal.
Whoa.
He would have been a better choice to play Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom is European. It would have been better. It would have been 100 times better to have somebody that was from Europe. You gotta remember, he is the ruler of Latveria, a made-up country that Stan Lee came up with. He's fucking European. He's not American, you dumb fucks. Don't take me wrong. I love Tony Stark. I love Robert Downey Jr. He's been in some of my favorite movies. He's a fucking wacko. But Dr. Doom, he's not fucking Dr. Doom.
Okay, he's not Dr. Doom. So, okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm like in the camp of 50-50. Like, I don't know what to think. Like, part of me is like, I'm hearing what Phantom is saying. I think it is kind of stupid. It's lazy. That Tony Stark is Dr. Doom or whatever. I get it or whatever. But I'm looking on the business side, because I always told my friends about the business side on how Hollywood acts. Like, Like because like this is where people get confused and everything. Oh, we gotta have creativity. We have to have creativity. Yeah, creativity requires money. So like I can see why the studios are the way that they are or whatever. So from a creative business point of view, this actually makes sense because what have fans been demanding for years? We want to see Robbie Downey Jr. come back as Iron Man, by the way,
Iron
not as
Man.
Doctor Doom, but not as Doctor Doom, but as Iron Man or whatever. But you know, I think I'm a little bit towards the camp of this is kind of lazy, and you know what? I'm laughing too at the same time because I told my friends that I kept on saying that Hollywood must burn. Like I was like when this news came out, I like that just proved that we the fans was right about the MCU. They are
MCU.
garbage. They have lost their touch. They know they lost their touch, but you know what? Like you got to give Kevin Feige his props. He saw the problem and he's trying to course correct. Not like Kathleen Kennedy, that liver spotted demon herself, that doesn't want to admit that she's wrong about stuff or whatever. Kevin Feige, in his own way, is not going to say it out loud, but the fans are right. You know what? You guys were right. We are course correcting. We're going to do what we need to do to bring you guys back. We're going to try to, bring back, some of the top characters like Robbie Downey Jr. I think Chris Evans might come back or whatever. They need to recast. Black Panther or whatever. That needs to be a must. That should be one of the main things that needs to happen. And I think they should bring back like a Tobey Maguire or like a Hugh Jackman for like these next two movies of Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, and Secret Wars. That's going to be happening. That's probably going to repeat the whole entire universe. You have something to say, Phantom?
We got the Russos back, right? They got the Russos.
Yeah.
That they had what $4 billion films. 4.
Yeah, they had all the good stuff.
Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. The last major billion-dollar films that Marvel had. I think Spider-Man made $1 billion, right? No Way Home made $1 billion, right? I might be wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. Far From Home and No Way Home both made $1 billion or whatever.
Now,
but those are Sony projects.
So if you look at it, the only reason why they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back is because of the success of Deadpool. Deadpool will make $1 billion.
Wait, what?
$1 billion. It's going to make $1 billion.
No, I understand that, but what do you mean by saying the only reason they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back is because of Deadpool? Are you insinuating that because they brought Hugh Jackman back? Yeah, but Hugh Jackman is being brought back was brought back for Deadpool 3 as Wolverine as basically a one-off.
No, he's going to be in Secret Wars. He's going to be in Secret. And
he's going to be in Secret Wars.
He's going to be in X-Men too.
Well, like I don't know about the X-Men stuff, but like I think he's going to be like in I think he got like maybe 2 or 3 more films left in him. I think he's going to be in Doomsday, and I think he's going to be in the Secret Wars or whatever. Because like the first film is already done with Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think he wants to like do it all the time because Hugh Jackman's like 50-something years old. He doesn't want to keep on staying in that type of shape forever and everything. I think he just wants to
stay in that kind of shape.
Yeah.
You guys want to know why? Because to be cut like that, you have to not drink fluids for like 48 hours. Do you know how difficult that is? To like be constantly pumping in between scenes and you're not allowed to drink water. Mm-hmm. That's bad for you, dude. You can't be in that shape for a long time. It's dangerous.
Well, but also in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, they had to use CGI on his fucking arms.
Yeah,
they did a lot of CGI on him
because he didn't want to be dehydrated the whole time.
Yeah. And see, if you look from, I would say probably the last best Marvel / Sony was No Way Home, and we've had flop after flop after flop after flop, and they're like, let's bring Robert Downey Jr. back. They
Yeah.
brought Chris Evans back in spoiler, but in Deadpool, but not as Captain America.
Yeah.
This is the only fucking way they're gonna put butts in seats. Bring back the Avengers, but the problem is they're bringing him back as Doctor Doom, not Tony Stark. People want to see Robert Downey Jr. as even if he's a fucking variant of Tony
Hologram.
Stark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hologram,
So perfect.
something.
Phantom and Kreese, before you guys kick off on this, I just want to tie this in real quick. Westward said, "This is effing retarded. They're using the actor of their most iconic character in a different role just for the member berries." Now, this Westward ties into something that Phantom and Kreese were speaking about before we came live tonight, which is Robert Downey Jr., who is playing Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, is he also concurrently going to play a variant of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, at the same time?
So just before you go, Phantom, I will say this. This is the story that I don't want to happen. This is something that I don't want to happen, and I hope the Russos are smart enough to make sure that this doesn't happen. Like, I don't want it to be like when Tony snapped his fingers, like he didn't die or whatever. That would be the worst thing you could do. Then it just ratifies that Endgame is not a good movie. Like, it went from, for me, Endgame just went to okay, but if they put that scene in, it just went to trash to me and everything. Because, like, you know, you just ruined Tony's death after that if you do it like that, in my opinion, or whatever.
Dude, it's already trash. Rhodey was a fucking Skrull the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
To me, so we were talking about this the other night, and I agree with you. My theory is when he snapped, he got his soul or whatever went into this other dimension, and Tony Stark becomes Victor Von Doom. And I just hope that this is not a Tony Stark. Instead of becoming Iron Man, he becomes Doctor The instead of Iron Man.
No, if that's what they're planning, that after the snap,
and then you got the tours that's gonna say, well, in issue 2555, Tony did become Doctor Doom did become like Tony Stark. He became Iron Man. Yeah. No one doesn't care about that one-off. Who cares and everything? We're talking about the now.
Iron Man used to be a butler who had fucking roller skates. Okay,
it's like I hate that.
He's not in the comic books. He wasn't on the intellect level of fucking Victor Von Doom. Dr. Doom is on the same level as fucking Reed Richards. Has people forgot it was Victor Von Doom that helped Reed Richards design the fucking rocket ship that took them into space when they got their fucking powers? It was the accident of them creating the fuel for the rocket ship that disfigured his fucking face. Are they going to have him in the mask all the time? I mean, that's the only reason why that Tony he's going to do it, because in the movies he was in the helmet all the time.
Okay, here's my theory. Just like how RDJ was introduced as Dr. Doom at Comic-Con, surrounded by what I presume are Doombots.
Yep.
They're going to tie that into
Ultron.
How Tony Stark in this... If this is not an alternate universe and the universes aren't going to collide, it's basically going to be the same thing as in Iron Man 3, where Iron Man brought up all of his Iron Man suits to fight. I'm the Mandarin, brought that up. And instead, he's basically just doing Iron Man stuff, but as a bad guy, but as Victor Von Doom.
Well,
that'd be so lazy.
Don't
that's
forget.
what I'm saying, Kreese. That's what I'm saying. It would be lazy as fuck. It would be a retread. That's all it would be.
Don't forget in Age of Ultron. What did Tony Stark have? He had the fucking the Iron Legion. All those fucking robots that Ultron used one of the bodies. That's technically they used the Doombots was an inspiration for those robots.
Right. If they had the rights to the Fantastic Four, they would have been Doombots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just a quick
I
thing
didn't
on the
hate it.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Mm.
Just a quick thing on the Fantastic Four before we go into trailer time because we got 2 trailers and we don't want to keep you guys like too long or whatever. Fantastic Four or whatever. I despise Pedro Pascal as being Mr. Fantastic, but the rest of the cast is like pretty cool. And also, Pedro Pascal was making old girl feel uncomfortable. Like he was being a little touchy, boy. Like Pedro, you better calm down. You gonna catch yourself a case, bruh. Like,
Yeah.
what do you guys think, though?
To me, so the leaked footage that I seen, I liked it. I like seeing the Galactus' space, and it's better than a fucking energy cloud in
Or
space.
cloud.
Yeah. But Crease, explain to the people how we're gonna get a certain metal in the Marvel universe now.
This is so dumb. Oh no.
So, just like off of the Black Panther series, the Black Panther movie, even though I think Black Panther is like kind of like okay of a movie, it's not horrible, but I don't think it's great either. You know how the vibranium came down from an asteroid and it crashed into Wakanda? They're basically doing the same thing. If you did your homework, you'll probably know that in Eternals, which is a horrible movie, by the way. Don't waste your time. You could skip it and everything, and no one would care. But yeah. So the Sentinel or whatever, like the big old hand, basically, I call Galactus. Like I was like, hey, there's Galactus right there. But I could be wrong. But come on, it's Galactus. However, yeah, vibranium. Vibranium or adamantium is actually going to be coming from that Celestial that was put on Wolverine's claws. So yeah, the continuity is pretty all jacked up. I don't know if they. We're definitely going to be talking about. Don't worry, we're going to get to Deadpool soon, but we got to do these trailers first or whatever. So you know what? Get it ready. Like bring out the cows, bring out the guns, do it all, baby. Come on, the chickens. It's trailer trash time. Let's go, baby. Let's go, brother.
Okay.
So
Dealer's choice.
it's trailer. So it's trailer trash time. So Jake, the first trailer that we're going to play all the way through and this is going to be DC heavy. So for all the DC fans saying like, you guys talk about Marvel, hey, your boy got you. Come on, man. Like I got Batman right here. Your boy got you. So we're going to do the Creature Commandos one first, Jake. Like bring that up for me. Like
absolutely.
All right, and we're going to let this play out first, and then we can give our thoughts out. So go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage, my friend.
Let the cringe begin.
In 3, 2, 1, and
Before you go, Phantom, can I please cook on this one real quick? Because I got some words for James Gunn.
Go.
James Gunn, what the hell are you doing? Like, listen, this is supposed to be the start of his phase 1 of his DC universe, and this is not what we want. This is not what we want. Like, listen, I've been protecting you for a little too much, man. This is not. You're gonna put some Z-list characters that no one cares about as your first phase. Listen, James, it's one thing to skip Comic-Con. That's unforgivable, sir. Like you have some explaining to do on that. Like, oh, we didn't want to show the movie. Who cares and everything? You could have had David Cornsweet. You could have had all the Jason Holt, all those guys up there. Old girl that plays Lois Lane out there for DC. DC fans have been waiting for something. Give us anything. Like this is not what we want. Listen, Creature Commandos. Who are they? It's a Z-list Suicide Squad. No one cares about these people. We don't care what it's a ripoff or whatever. And but they're gonna be in live action. I don't care. Okay, like you know what? I don't care. See, this is something that is like this is not what the fans want. This is what you want, James Gunn. You need to do the Holy Trinity for your first phase. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's all you need to do, and then the rest will be where we lie. If you want to do Peacemaker, cool. I'm okay with Peacemaker too. I like Peacemaker or whatever. But no, the three people that you need to be focused on are Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. I don't care which order you do it in, but that's what you need to do. All right, Phantom, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
In the
I need to
fucking
cool down.
Bride, the bride is the fucking leader. A fucking dead body put together girl boss. And that is a monster. It's the Monster Squad. It's literally the Monster Squad. Nobody wants this shit.
It's.
First, I have no idea who these people are. I mean, I understand who like Frankenstein's monster and the Bride of Frankenstein are, but otherwise, like the characters, I'm not really aware other than like Rick Flag and Viola Davis. Who I'm surprised they got Viola Davis back again, but I don't know. Maybe her and James Gunn have dirt on each other or something.
James Gunn and her are really good friends. Ugh.
The Weasel character was in the second Suicide Squad, but he gets fucking killed.
Yeah.
Okay, just like they did Slipknot in the first one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a super deep cut, and people might not know what this is. But when it comes to G.I. Robot, are you guys aware of an animated show? It never got picked up, but Paul Giamatti voiced the main character. You know what I'm talking about, Phantom. The Amazing Screw-On Head. It reminds me exactly of The Amazing Screw-On Head. Okay. I'm glad somebody else knows what I'm talking about.
We all know the reason why he didn't get fucking picked up, because it was going to be god awful.
Listen, like if the hardcore fans hardly know who these characters are, what makes you think the normie with 5 kids is gonna know who these people are? This is a horrible start of your universe. This is bad, James. This is bad. Oh, but Superman's coming. I don't care. Okay, we don't care. Like,
Fuck
listen,
the Superman movie. It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be trash.
It's like, listen. I'm not gonna go that far with how Phantom said it. I want to at least watch it before I make any judgments on it. But right now, it's not looking so high. I could be wrong. We can all be wrong. And Creature Commandos could be like the best cartoon of all time if we just give it a chance. But right now, we just don't care. Like, listen. If you're trying to get interest into your universe, you kind of want to. You kind of have to, like, kind of give your fans a little bit of crumbs. So, like, once again, we talked about this last week. James, you're not looking so good in the popular vote right now. You need to course correct ASAP. And what I mean is, I know Jensen Ackles just picked up freaking like Soldier Boy for the Boys universe or whatever. But you probably want to reach out to that man on being like Batman or whatever, because if you don't, or somebody that people really like or whatever as Batman, if you don't get the Batman pick correct, if you pick Glenn Powell, people are dipping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. Like, no one's going to watch that Glenn Powell as Batman. And Glenn Powell is a good actor, by the way, but it'll be horrible, wrong casting. Glenn Powell is more of as a Hal Jordan type or whatever. That's what I will put him as, is Green Lantern or whatever. Like, because he was in Top Gun Maverick. He knows how to ride a plane. Come on, it's just right there or whatever. Do not put him as Batman. It'd be horrible casting. Anything else before we go into the second trailer? Good.
Let's have a palate cleanser. Let's watch a good fucking show that we all want to watch.
Okay. I'm glad this is how we all feel about this. Because
yes, sir.
Genuinely, what was the series that he appeared on first for HBO? It was go ahead.
The Penguin premiered in the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think Colin Farrell did a fantastic job as Penguin.
He did.
And I feel like he deserves to have a show. So let's listen to him introduce, and then we'll watch this trailer. Don't worry, no copyrighted music. We'll be able to hear it all. and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and go.
Hi, I'm
Something
And
we've
at
been
least
looking for.
And at least they keep from the Batman movie because he gets the wobble because of the accident in the fucking movie.
Mhm.
When his car gets flipped over,
Yeah.
that's how he hurts his leg.
Accident.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So when he's being chased and the car gets flipped over, that's how he fucked his leg up. And he
got
keeps
you.
wobble after that.
I got you. I got you, dumbass. Yeah, I got you.
I have to say, I really want to watch this. It looks so fucking
It
good.
does look good.
Oh, we're gonna be watching it, and we're gonna be reviewing it on this show because guess what? Like, I even told the boys this. That's fine that we can talk about crappy shows, and I know that's when we get the content in and whatever, and that leads to more like better endeavors and money and stuff like that. But let's talk about some good shows too, like you know. And this looks like a good show, man. Like, I'm definitely cannot wait. This is my actual birthday present because like I'm not watching Agatha. I ain't watching that. Like Agatha comes out on my birthday. This is my day after birthday present right here. Like the Penguin. We're watching the Penguin, and it's
Finally some
8
good food.
episodes. Yeah, it's like 8 episodes, and I'll even say this. Like, say what you want to say about the DC shows, but the DC shows are way better than the Marvel TV shows or whatever. Because like, listen, Peacemaker. Like it or not, like James Gunn did great with Peacemaker. That was a good TV show or whatever. Like, you know, like things like Smallville and things. Superman and Lois. Yeah, like, you know, they know how to do TV shows surprisingly like better than like Marvel DC or whatever. Marvel Disney or whatever. It's mind-boggling or whatever. Like they can do like a beginning, middle, and end with the DC shows or whatever, and it's only going to be 8 episodes or whatever. And I'm assuming that they're probably going to be at least 40 to 50 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah,
because usually that's usually yeah.
And everybody, that was the segment known as Trailer Trash.
Look, Westward, we know it's HBO, but
yeah. So
HBO can do some good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
They
always had a good track record. Yeah.
Yes.
So before we get into the Deadpool stuff, I gotta do like a quick review, like a small review on the on Batman Cape Crusader or whatever. Should I talk spoilers? I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. Should I? Okay, go ahead.
All right, hold on for a second. Put one in the chat if you just don't give a shit and you want spoilers. Just put one in the chat.
All right, let's see how many we get. It's 3, it's 4, it's 5. I don't know. It looks like 7. 7. That's fine.
Spoilers. Go ahead, Chris.
So, okay, like the Batman Cape Crusader. How could I say this? It's not that bad, however. Now they're gonna say, now you guys' next question is, well, Kreese, is it woke? Sort of. It's not. It's a little bit and everything. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's full on, like, you know, woke or whatever. But it's not. It doesn't take away too much from the Batman lore or whatever. But I'll just tell you some of the stuff that, like, I will deem problematic as a Batman fan. One, the race swaps. I mean, we got Black Commissioner Gordon, Black Barbara Gordon. You got the Penguin that's a woman now. Yeah, a gender swap right there. What else? Yeah, Harley Quinn is Asian now. Yeah, there's like there. Oh yeah, and there's a lesbian kiss in the show too, or whatever. So, but Kreese, like, isn't this supposed to be inclusive? yeah, if it was like maybe if this was like in a like taking place in the 2000, maybe the 90s or the 2000s or whatever, I'll be a little bit more open minded. But the only problem is, Chief, it takes place in the 30s and the late 30s, early 40s. So I'm just
Yes.
gonna say, like, historic wise, it doesn't make any sense or whatever.
For our international viewers out there, you guys might not know that in the 1930s and 40s in the United States, people were not considered equal under the law. And
That's the
because
best
of
one.
that, there would never, ever be like a black police commissioner, for instance. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happened. You can look it up if you want. It's anachronistic and weird, and I don't know how they're going to tie it into like the setting, like the yearly setting, late 30s, early 40s, what have you.
Also,
Who cares? Oh my god!
also,
Wow.
also, like once again, you have an Asian therapist. Hate to be that guy, but
Not
that
in
wasn't
30.
gonna happen. Like, in the wait,
This is like
you're
right
a
before
therapist?
World War II. This is like right in
Yeah.
that era, man. It's like the Japanese were untrusted. People would not. They were a minority, just like blacks were. And it's
Yeah.
like they would have never been in positions that they. Let's just stop being around the bush. We had segregation during that time.
Yeah,
There would
Yeah.
never be a black police commissioner. They wouldn't be, anybody. They wouldn't be black cops. They wouldn't be none of that.
Montoya would not even be one of the cops too. A Latina female police officer at that time, not happening, dog. Like,
Female police officer. Period.
yeah,
Period.
it's like, yeah. So that was like one of the main things. Like, it's just historically incorrect or whatever.
But
Batman himself.
how was Batman?
Batman himself. So, Batman is still Batman for the most part, but like, he does treat Alfred like a second-class citizen or whatever,
Ooh,
and that's
that's
just
accurate.
like, yeah, like he considers him the help, not like a friend, like in the episodes, or whatever. What
Well,
else?
But that's how he was in the original comics. It was like later on
Yeah.
when he father figure.
Yeah.
Right.
But like overall, like if somebody that knows Batman lore a little bit, like they'll just say like that's still not, that's not Bruce. Bruce will never treat Alfred like
Right.
that. Like he referred Alfred as Pennyworth, like not Alfred,
Call him
just Pennyworth. Like
That's
yeah,
more like
like
Damien. That's like more like Damien.
yeah,
'Cause
he was
always
being
call
like
him Pennyworth. Yeah.
yeah.
Coming from a
What else?
non-comic fan, I know for a fact that if other non-comic fans watch it and they see Bruce Wayne stroke Batman treat Alfred that way, they'd be like, What is
Yeah.
happening? Why is this happening?" So
As far as also another character assassination, Harvey Bullock or whatever, like he is like say what you want to say about Harvey Bullock or whatever, but like he is not a dirty cop at all. Like they put him as a dirty cop or whatever. Like that is not Harvey Bullock or whatever, especially from Batman the animated series. Harvey was a knucklehead, but like there was one thing you can't say. He was not a dirty cop at all. Like he kept the law like with the iron fist because he hated Batman. Like he think Batman should have been behind bars or whatever because he's being a vigilante anti or whatever. So
And he came around to it. He came in the anime series. He became where he respected Batman. He
'Cause Batman
respected
saved him a couple of times.
Yeah. And it's like the reason why I think they did this because of the '89 Batman, because they had a Bullock type figure in Eckhart in that movie, they're basically the same character, just the names are changed. But it's just one of those things. Oh, bad cop, corrupted cop, get the fuck over
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, they're basically saying like, I mean, of course, like to be fair, Gotham PD or whatever is corrupt anyway. So like, it's corrupt. So like, but the fact that the main squad is like Harvey Bullock and Renee Montoya are the two cleanest cops in Gotham, and Commissioner Gordon. Those are the big three right there. Those are the ones that are like keep the law no matter what or whatever. But that was a big character assassination right there. As far as the main villain, it is Harvey Dent or whatever. The thing was like the story was kind of focusing on him on how he becomes Two-Face or whatever. But like to be honest with you, like for the episodes, you could have like 4 of those episodes could have just been like one big movie. Whatever, this could have been a movie if you remove the other 6 episodes or whatever, because like it was kind of like the rest of the episodes were kind of fillerish, like because the last 2 episodes were like Harvey becoming Two-Face, sort of, or whatever. He doesn't become Two-Face. It's just like he like is somewhat
he's transitioning.
Somewhat Two-Face. Yeah, he's transitioning into Two-Face or whatever. Also, Dick Grayson is in this show too, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a kid. Yeah, he's a kid or whatever. Yeah, he's a kid. So by the time it hits season 2 or season 3, do not be surprised if Robin and Batgirl are gonna suit up or whatever. Because Barbara is a girl boss in this TV series or whatever. Like they have her with the gun. Once again, it doesn't make any sense because it's in the 1930s and everything. No offense to females or whatever. Like oh yeah, she's a lawyer too. Like that did not happen back in the day. That did not happen. That did not happen back in the day. Like a black female lawyer too, by the way. Like
that's right. That's right.
Well, I like the Batman suit because it's a throwback to the original suit. I do like the suit. I like the way it looks.
Right.
What about the Batmobile? How does it look?
The Batmobile is pretty good. Like it still kind of reminds you of that Batman the Animated Series. Like I'll give you some of the positives. Like they still maintain the Batman lore most of the time or whatever. If you like DEI aside or whatever, like Batman is still Batman. He's still our boy and everything. Like they didn't start to do this new age Batman to make him feel like this white guilt type of dude or whatever. Oh, I'm rich and everything, and I don't like my money type of thing. Like they didn't do that or whatever. Voice acting is on point. The animation is on point. It's still pretty good or whatever. But overall or whatever, it's a 6 on a bad day, 7 on a good day. That's my rating for it or whatever. Would I recommend this show? I mean, if you're a Batman fan, you're gonna watch it anyway if you're curious or whatever. But would I recommend it? It's like it's a one-time watch. Yeah.
My question is: does Batman use guns?
He did use a gun or whatever, but like he shot at a dude, but like he missed him on purpose, and then he threw it in the water or whatever.
Oh, boo. Boo.
The original Batman killed people with guns. He had a machine gun on his fucking Batplane, for fuck's sakes.
The freaking Snyderverse Batman smashed dude's head against the wall, turned it into paste.
He set a dude on fire. He set a guy on fire.
Well, now let me take it. I like Ben Affleck's Batman, especially that fight in Batman v Superman in the warehouse. So Arkham Asylum style of combat. I love that fucking scene. That whole warehouse scene was fucking phenomenal. The fight coordination was fucking on point. That right there was the only thing in that movie that was fucking Batman. Was that fight. Now, do I like Batman v Superman? I like it. I do like it. It's okay. But the whole you got to save Martha. Why did you say that name?
The most contrived part of that movie, the most contrived part of the Snyderverse. Ugh.
Yeah.
But hey,
But, yeah,
at least we got the fucking famous the Dark Knight Returns armored bat suit. That was pretty fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of the devil, yeah, exactly.
But
I mean,
Yeah.
Chris might disagree with you,
but
I
can we talk about a really good fucking movie? Can we give some
Let's do it.
spoilers?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and round it off. Like that's it. Yeah. Batman Cape Crusader. Think it's just a okay watch. 6 on a good day. I mean 6 on a bad day. 7 on a good day. Let's talk about Deadpool, man. It's time for spoilers, baby. We've been waiting. You guys been waiting for this, and so we're gonna say it. Like Phantom, I'm gonna let you start out first, or whatever.
I have to say thank you to ABF. We had a little watch party the other night, and
was
I
that?
have to say I love
Allegedly.
that fucking movie. Oh yeah, well allegedly.
we allegedly have one.
I'm gonna tell you that beginning of that has to be my favorite Deadpool intro, where he goes to Logan's grave and he's like, "Oh, he's not dead. And it is the skeleton." And he pulls the body up, and he's got it sit beside of him. And oh god, fuck the TVA. The TVA's fucking retarded.
You know, a lot of fans got mad at that by like them desecrating Wolverine's body. I'm like,
But it was funny. He
funny?
literally broke pieces off the fucking body. It was throwing it and killing people with it. It was fucking
I don't
awesome.
wanna be a fool in this
And yeah,
game or two.
I do want to give a shout out to whatever, it's probably Universal or something that owns the Backstreet Boys catalog or the NSYNC
You mean
catalog,
NSYNC.
excuse me, and
Yeah.
it changed the music video, the official music video for Bye Bye Bye, to be that scene
Yeah.
from Deadpool 3. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was
Shout
cool.
out to you guys.
And you know something? That movie with the multiverse, they did it right. They did it right. The first time ever they did multiverse shit right. When Deadpool's going through these different universes, and you got here's major spoilers, everybody. You got fucking Henry Cavill as a variant of fucking Wolverine.
Shout
Give
out.
me that fucking movie. Give me that fucking movie.
It's like
And
the credit card
the
meme.
Cavalry.
The credit card, he's just
Yeah.
slamming it on the table.
The cavalry.
Here, bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. Just give it to me.
And
The cavalry.
and so Deadpool. Okay, so the legit story. The TVA wants to destroy Deadpool's universe because Wolverine died. He was an anchor for that universe. And so Deadpool's like, well, you know what? I'm just going to get Wolverine, bring him here, and he's going to whoop your candy ass. And so he just starts going to he takes the little card thing. He goes to one universe. They have comic book accurate fucking Wolverine where he's only like 4 feet tall, which was hilarious. You had
Say, bub,
the
you want to fight?
yeah. And they one of my favorite variants. They did this. They had the variant where it was from the versus Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yes,
And
that was so good.
He had the yellow and brown suit.
Yeah,
And I think the funniest line in that, it took over nearly 20 years. They finally gave him the suit.
That's right.
yeah,
That suit looked fucking good.
it was good, man.
And the mask.
And
And the mask.
yeah, they gave him the mask, and it's like he's like, did you have that all the time? Only use it on special occasions, bub. And I was right. And I was right. Blake Lively did do the voice of Lady Deadpool. That has
There
been
you go.
confirmed. I was right. I was fucking right.
That's
And
one
that
of the
whole-
fans calling to tell him.
And the whole the Deadpool army, that whole fight scene was hilarious.
That was funny. Freaking hilarious.
I like the villain. I like the female villain. The female
Cassandra?
She was good. I mean, granted, the end scene that she could just pulled away from the thing and it wouldn't have killed her was kind of retarded. They did like a lot of gay references, but between Deadpool and Wolverine, but that's just
But that's
Deadpool.
offensive.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow
The
it.
funny
It
thing
was
is, the
good.
gay people were mad. Like, wait, this is what you wanted and everything. Like, okay,
I like Chris Evans coming back as they're like, oh, it's Captain America. No, it was Johnny fucking Storm.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing.
And we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Wesley Snipes return as fucking Blade.
No.
Fucking
Yes.
Blade.
No.
Yeah.
Way.
Dude,
Hey Jay,
on that,
we had Channing Tatum as Gambit. The suit looked good.
As
Yeah.
Gambit?
Looked good.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It was the movie that he was going to do that they axed. Yeah, the
Yeah.
voice was kind of odd, but the costume looked good.
It was so
way
good.
He used his energy.
When you say the voice was
really
odd, did they make him do a French accent?
try to.
It was retarded.
They
It was
tried to.
retarded. He
Okay.
did- you know what? Cajun Corey would have done a better job than fucking
Yeah.
Channing Tatum
Yeah, but at least
with the
Cajuns
accent.
are
Always
actually
bet on
French.
black. Ha! I love that. Always
Right.
bet on black.
Shout out Wesley.
Oh, man.
Wesley Snipes.
Dude, listen. When Wesley Snipes when he like walked in, like after Elektra came in, like Jennifer Garner, like everybody's gave her her flowers, like
man. We all
Yeah.
fucking went nuts, man.
dude.
You know what
When
Norman
I
do
was
with
in, dude, when I was in my theater, bro. When Wesley Snipes came around that corner, dude, everybody in the theater said like, "Oh!" I was like, "Yes, the man who started it all."
Chris, did a joke. Did
Tax
the
evasion
line.
joke. They
Did
fit
the
in the
line.
tax evasion joke.
Did the line that Wesley Snipes said about Blade.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, baby. There's only one. There's only going to be one Blade, and then you just see Deadpool like
Deadpool
just
like-
Looking around.
He can still play
Dude.
Blade. He can still play
Dude.
Blade. He would.
a
Be,
lot of people are saying like, dude, we want a Wesley Snipes Blade movie. Nothing against Mahershala Ali, man, but like what like
It's never gonna
what-
happen. That his movie is never going to happen. It's done. It's never going to happen. How many directors it's gone through? How many rewrites? That
About
movie
4 or
will
5?
not fucking happen. It will never fucking happen. Give us Wesley Snipes one more fucking time as Blade. You want
Yeah,
a $1
he
billion
deserves it.
movie? You want $1 billion movie? Put the man back in his iconic role as fucking Blade. Guarantee $1 billion movie. Guarantee.
And and if you do make this Blade movie, like you need to bring back the original director, you need to bring back the original writers and everything. Let them cook. Kevin Feige stay out the way. Like just like we told you to stay out of the way with this movie. You need to stay out of the way when it comes to this Blade movie, man. Because like I don't want Disney's hands on none of this, man. Like, dude, if Wesley Snipes comes back on Blade, oh my goodness,
Team Blade up. Either the one cameo I'm surprised they never had was Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. That would have been fucking cool.
Dude, Ghost
That
Rider.
that would've been good.
fucking cool.
I'd-
Because
Yeah.
you have Wolverine, you have Blade, and you would have fucking
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. And if you could have had a Punisher, you could have done the Hearts of Darkness right there. That would have
Yeah.
been a team up movie right there. You had 4 of the. I think my favorite line was, "Well, we could get Magneto. He's dead. Well, you got the helmet. They melted it down." Deadpool's like, "Fuck,
Fuck, we can't afford nobody.
so Mo."
No, slow mo as always. Yes, we already said the line. Of course, some
Mm.
motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate a bill.
When I heard that, you guys probably could have heard me. I was like, "Yes, he said the line. Yes,
Yeah.
yes."
Dang.
Dude, like, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what the fans want. Okay, like it goes back to this, people. Like, if you give us what we want, 90.9% of the time, we're gonna show up. We're gonna nerd out. We're gonna like give you a positive review. But if you keep on insulting the fans and saying that they're crap, which I'm glad that Ryan Reynolds was like looking out for us because he was like roasting the MCU. He's saying like, listen, the Phase 4 has been a flop after a flop after a flop after a flop, and then Nice Pool was saying like, I mean, I did like it. I enjoyed in game. Like, shut up. Like,
You know, my favorite line. My favorite line is at the beginning of it when the TVA shows up and they got those glow sticks, and he's like, "Man, I'm all for pegging, like like Disney." That he clowned so hard on fucking Disney. You guys gotta remember, this was a Fox movie, and they bought Fox. And Ryan Reynolds, this is Ryan Reynolds' baby. You could tell Feige and the rest of them did not have their grubby little fingers in this fucking movie at all.
Within reason. Within reason, like they couldn't, like, he was being a little light in my opinion. He could have took it a little bit more further or whatever.
I guarantee you, there's gonna be a director's cut, and it's gonna have way more shit in it.
Dude, I'm excited for that. I'm ready for that 4K director's cut, man. Like when it comes out, like I will get that. Like this is going into the collection of Blu-rays, man. And no, Sophie, you can't have my Blu-rays. Like. No, but like this is what I'm talking about. Like we're talking positive about a movie once or whatever. I mean, except for unless you're Mahler.
It's gonna make a billion.
Mahler is a hater. Like I love you, Mahler, but you're a hater, dude. Like.
Can anybody look up anybody look it up? How much is it made? It's been a week. How much is it?
It's at least at 500 or 600 right now. Because the last time it's like 400.
Yeah, it's probably made about $500 million by now.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely I'm definitely going to watch FNT tomorrow night to see if it was drop off. I don't think it was.
Okay.
Word of mouth. I don't think it was.
I watched this about 2 times already. Like, so like, it's worth it, man. Like, it's a good thing. And besides, this is just a love note to the fans of the mid-2000 movies and everything, the Blade movies, the Fantastic Four movies, the Daredevil movies, the X-Men movies. This was a love letter to us.
Hey, there's like, where's Daredevil? Oh, he's just not here.
Yeah. Good. I'm okay with that. Like,
and I like the Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I like that movie.
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray. I got the director's cut on that one, and the director's cut is way better than the actual like film. I highly recommend the director's cut.
And I know a lot of people didn't like it. I like the Elektra movie. I like that movie. I know it's ass, but I enjoyed it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Like, hey, once again, I like Batman and Robin, so that's fair. So, but yeah, man, I told people this, and a lot of the creators said the same thing to me too. I mean, said the same thing. I want to be the first one to say I broke the news first. Like, they copied off of the number one black friend of Jeremy's MMA, Kreese King Jr. I did say, like, if you pay attention to the plot too much, you probably won't end up liking it or whatever. But I'm one of those people, like, if it's an event and it's a Deadpool movie, like, I think you should turn your brain off on this one. This is one of them times where, like, I'm not gonna tell you to be ultra critical on it or whatever. Like, this movie, to me, it's like a 8.5 on a bad day, a 9 on a great day, and everything. I mean, it's one of those things of they gave us what we wanted, so like, why would I give it a bad grade? That's what. It's just one of those things. Like, if they gave you what you wanted or whatever, I don't think you should give it a bad grade, in my opinion, and everything. Like, in my opinion.
That's the reason I gave it a 10. That's the reason I gave it a 10 out of 10. Dude, how long have I'm still talking about that movie. It's like a lot of people's like the plot. They couldn't follow the plot. I followed the plot, and it was a good plot that he was trying to save the people he loved. He tried to save his world.
I think it's because the plot wasn't that, like,
it was all over the place. That's what it was.
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
It was all over the place. And like, I'll say this: like, if I put on my like critical glasses on like why I think it like the plot wasn't that great. One, it was all over the place. Two, like the pacing was like the pacing had some issues and everything. There was some times where it was kind of struggling a little bit, but for the most part, it wasn't struggling that much, or whatever. And then like Deadpool and old girl breaking up, that was kind of like the MacGuffin on why Deadpool needs to save his universe type of thing. So like if you don't pay attention to those like minor things, I think you can. I don't think you should be like grading it too crucial. AKA Mahler. Mahler, I love you, dude, but like I respect your opinion and you're great at doing movies or whatever. But I just disagree with you on like calling this like a 6 or a 5 or like a 5 or a 6 or whatever. He didn't like it, but I mean and the thing is that's perfectly fine and everything. That's the great thing about the fellowship. We all don't have to agree with another, but we can at least respect each other's opinion or whatever. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
look at the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. You got to think the last time they were in these characters was in Origins,
Yeah.
and they did Deadpool shitty. Now, I love Origins. I hate what they did to Deadpool. A lot of us did.
Yeah.
And it's like Hugh Jackman. I'm gonna tell you, if we can get a part 2 to this, I'm for it. I think this has to be my favorite Deadpool movie, and I love.
They're not going to get
I love this one.
They're not going to do a part 2 because this was once again this was a love letter to the Fox universe. This is the last Fox universe movie or whatever that happens to be in the MCU was like the gateway to it or whatever. Like, but this is the last one or whatever, and I think this is going to be Ryan Reynolds' last thing as Deadpool for a while or whatever. I don't see a Deadpool 4. Yeah, he's definitely going to be in Secret War. But I don't think they're going to make Deadpool movies anymore. I think he'd be more of a cameo type of character more than anything or whatever. Because, like, I think Ryan Reynolds is... Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds is at that age like Hugh Jackman of... He doesn't want to work out that much, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to chill with his family more or whatever. So, you know... And, of course, before we, like, do our recommends... You can't forget about Dogpool, man. Like the papa, I'm his papa. I mean, I'm her papa. And oh man, it's so freaking hilarious.
It was so good to see the variant. The only one that we didn't get was Panda Pool. I wanted a live action Panda Pool.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's probably so they could sell tickets in China.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also,
I love.
Also. Yeah. Also, like, I think Nice Pool was funny too. Like the way how he tried to kill
Soy Boy Pool. Pool. We always call him Soy Boy.
Yeah. So, but I think we're past the 1 hour 1 hour mark.
Dude,
so guys, we gotta
2 hours, dude. It's over 2 hours.
Yeah. See, this is one of the rare cases where we go a little bit over. Like there was so much stuff that happened on the weekend. We wanted to cover it as much as we can, guys. We try to do our best or whatever because we're on the Thursday show. We don't want to mess with everybody else's show. So,
that's right.
Venom.
Well,
what do you recommend, man?
Let's go with Jake.
Okay.
Let's go with Jake. Music.
Oh, me first.
Recommendation. Yep.
Oh my goodness. So, I want to deviate from metal, but I kind of don't want to deviate from metal. So I decided that I'm going to choose another album that people give me a hard time for liking, which is fine. They're allowed to. You're allowed to like the music you like and dislike the music you don't like. But for another album recommendation, my musical recommendation, I would like people to give Metallica's 2009 album Death Magnetic another shot.
Ooh.
I know the guitars are very loud and the audio mixing is kind of shit. Just turn it down like 15-20% and just listen to the whole album all the way through. It's only 9 songs. It's a little over an hour. I like it. I think it's genuinely... I think it was the last... I'm not a fan that much of 72 Seasons when that came out. 2 years ago. It's okay. There's a couple of good songs on it. I was a fan of Hardwired when that came out in 2016. But as far as what I think was kind of like the last real thrashy album that Metallica did, I do think Death Magnetic was that. So 2009 Death Magnetic, put it in, listen to it. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Good shit. All right, Chris, what you got for anime, brother?
I just finished rewatching this Samurai Champloo. Highly recommend this. Like, it got some good English and sub dub or whatever. Of course, you know, our boy Steve Bloom is one of the main characters on here. It's only 26 episodes. I finished this like in 2 to 3 days or whatever. Yeah, man. This is a pretty great watch. Oh yeah, and it was the creator of Cowboy Bebop that made this anime too. And the funny thing is that he puts all his stuff in one universe, so it's all connected or whatever. So I think it's highly recommend. Watch some Samurai Champloo. So if you like hip hop and you like samurais, this is it, baby.
Ooh.
Okay, so my recommendation, look all the side. It's a Jackie Chan movie. I know that he's a mouthpiece for the communists now, but this is probably one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies. It's called Vampire Effect. He's not in it very much. This is a comedy horror movie where you have vampire hunters and you have elite vampire family, and they're trying to stop this one vampire from taking over and destroying the world. It's a great watch. I believe it's on YouTube. Watch the English dub because it's hilarious as hell. And I think that's pretty much it for tonight, folks.
I think so.
So, Jake, what you got coming up?
Well, other than being here on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, I am on Off the Hip on Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern. I wasn't this past Monday because I had some things that I had to take care of. And again, reminding everybody that not next week but the week after, the 15th, I will be out, and I will be out the following Thursday also. And so Phantom and Crease will be holding down the fort. I don't know if they're going to bring on guests to fill the hole. Maybe they are. We'll see. Or they can
I got somebody in mind.
Okay,
I got somebody in mind.
But yes, the week after next, and then the week following that, I will be out due to some vacation. But yeah, follow me on X, nerds. Beware politics, but you know what? Who cares?
So, Chris, what you got coming up, brother?
So, just finished working on a video with my boy Cannon Wolf on Dynamic Duo podcast. So, like, we talked about the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie that happened in '95. As far as streams coming up, this Saturday I gotta reach out to Westworth and Sophie. Are we gonna still do our anime show? KSW on Saturday. So yeah, check that out. It's gonna happen, I believe, 9 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, that's what we got going on so far.
Hell yeah.
Well, for me, always got Thursday night for the homies, baby.
That's right.
I got a couple of videos going to come down the pike this coming up weekend. I'm going to go in depth with the whole the issues with Mr. Beast and the hypocrisy of streamers, and pretty much that's it for right now. And let me give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Booming Bob, which is Ebola Wayfair. Thank you, Nagranal, for being one of the best mods. ABF. Thank you, brother, for being here. Sophie, who was in here. Slow Mo Zamboni was in the house tonight. We had a Westward Smile. Thank you for being here, brother. Our number one fan. And we got Corn Boy.
Corn Boy, tap about dick. What's up, boy?
And so we will see you guys next Thursday night for another episode for the homies. We are on the road to 75 subscribers. Till next time, I'm Venom X. He's Big Dog Jake. He's
Right.
MMA Crease. We're the homies. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Later, nerds.
Please subscribe. Bye. Subscribe.
Like,
Thank
share,
you.
and subscribe. Bye, everybody.
Like the stream, nerds. Do it. Like the stream.
And this is the
Wait for Bannon to stop
post-credit
moving,
scene.
and I'm going to keep telling you to like the stream. Gay! You got to cut it.